Hi guys, long time no see, me being on camera, because nowadays I'm playing a lot of video games and I'm doing it that way. I'm providing commentary on camera that way. But today I wanted to do a different kind of video. I wanted to do a video on PlayStation 4 games, mainly because the PlayStation 4 is reaching the end of its life cycle now. They're stopping making games for the PlayStation 4 this year or next year, I believe. But yeah, these are just some of the games that I've got on the PlayStation 4. Some of them I am featuring in my channel, and I'm doing gameplay on some of these games. And these are just 12 games that I really like on the PlayStation 4. I played these for one reason or another. Some games I've not played the whole way through, but I have played them and I have dipped my toes into some of them. And I have various reasons as to why I like these games, and there's a lot of good games here, guys, in this one today. And yeah, there's going to be this, and then also I'm going to be doing a little later in the video some of the games I'm planning on doing for my gameplay videos on my channel as well. So yeah, be sure to stick around because I will be going through them at the end of this one. But these are just 12 games on the PlayStation 4 that I believe that you guys should check out once for yourselves if you haven't already. And if you haven't already checked them out, then hopefully what I'm going to talk about right now is going to help you get some kind of insight, kind of information, and whatever may persuade you to go and check these ones out for yourselves. Like I said, if you haven't already, if you have checked any of these games out, please let me know in the comments, and also let me know in the comments if there's any games that you guys would recommend that I check out as well, because I might have missed some great games there myself. I do not know. But yeah, these are just games that I've got, and I really want to get into this one today, guys. So I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's just get into this one. Okay guys, the first video game that I want to talk about on the PlayStation 4 today is going to be none other than the Ratchet & Clank reboot of the original PlayStation 2 game. Now, I was a huge fan of the original Ratchet & Clank games back on the PlayStation 2 when they came out back in the day. And I was so happy when they released it again for the PlayStation 4. This game, I'm nearing completion. I'm at the final boss, and I've enjoyed this game every single step of the way. It's been so funny, it's had some great moments in it, and the characters in the game, I really like the characters. I like Ratchet, I do like Clank, and the mechanics of the game are very well done. I like the weapons that you can get in the game. I just like how the story progresses in the game, and it's just kind of a story that keeps me entertained, it keeps me engaged in what's going on. And it's a great reboot of the original trilogy back on the PlayStation 2, which I do have them on the PlayStation 2 as well. And I may even go and play them on the PlayStation 2 at some point down the line. But yeah, this for me was one of the best reboots that they've done on the Ratchet & Clank series. And I'm interested to check out some of the other Ratchet & Clank games I haven't got. I've got the first one on the PlayStation 2, I've got one on the PlayStation 3, and this on the PlayStation 4. There is some more other Ratchet & Clank games I've not got in my collection yet, but I will probably get them somewhere down the line at a later date. But yeah, if you haven't checked out this one, I highly recommend you check this one out, especially if you're a fan of platformers, shooting bad guys and all that. This is what this game is. You're a good guy and you're fighting, and you become a ranger to take on the bad guys, and you have to fight the bad guys, and you start off on your own. Then you meet Clank the robot, and he tells you what's going on and he fills you in. And it's just, the story here is really well done. It's a great story, and yeah, if you like platformers, especially shooting ones and all that, yeah, definitely give this one a go, guys. If you haven't already, please go and check this one out. It's a good game. Okay, next up is a horror game that I've really liked playing, and I'm actually going through this one on my channel now. This is the first of the games that I'm going through on my channel, and it is Resident Evil 2 Remake. Now, this game is fantastic. I really love how they've done this remake. I really like what they've been into it. The original back on the PlayStation 1 was a solid game, and it was one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 1 of all time. So when this remake was done, I was just so hyped, and I was so grateful when they did this. It is a great game. The horror is still there, definitely still there. It's definitely one of the scariest games I've played, and the characters are all well done in the remake as well. And the police officer got a bit more of a backstory here. You actually get to interact with him more. I know he wasn't in it much in the original PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1 version. But yeah, this remake is definitely one to check out if you're a fan of horror games, and if you're a fan of Resident Evil in particular. You have no reason not to try this Resident Evil 2 remake out. I'm pretty sure that there's thousands of you out there that's played Resident Evil 2 by now. But if there is anybody who hasn't played Resident Evil 2 that liked the original back on the PlayStation 1 back in 1998, I think it was, you have no reason not to check this one out. I mean, there's a lot of twists here, a lot of turns, a lot of different directions that this game's taking, and I'm liking what they've done so far with this. Yeah, I'm a little bit creeped out where I am at the moment, because I've inadvertently got Mr. X chasing me through the Raccoon City Police Department, which was a turn I did not see coming here. Because in the original it was on the second scenario he was unlocked, but here he's unlocked more or less straight away in the game. I mean, that took me by surprise actually. I was actually quite taken back, and I was like, whoa, what the hell? And he actually made me jump when I first seen him after he was lifted the helicopter up. That's a spoiler alert, but guys, it is in my videos. And yeah, if you guys like Resident Evil and you really want to have a go at playing something that's Resident Evil, yeah, definitely give this one a check out. Oh, and spoiler alert guys, this is not the only Resident Evil game that's going to be featured in this video. I have got another Resident Evil game that's going to be on this video, and if you guys have been watching my content, you'll know which one it is by now. Yeah, but yeah, definitely check this one out. It's definitely worth a go if you haven't already. Okay guys, next is one of the greatest franchises of all time, and it's in relation to one of the posters that's behind me in the background, and the game that I'm going to be talking about now is none other than God of War. Now, God of War is an amazing franchise guys, from the PlayStation 2 games to the PlayStation 3 games to the PSP games, and so on. But yeah, this game, when it released back when it came out, wow, I've got to say this game was fantastic. Kratos was a changed person in this one. He's got a son Atreus, and they're on a journey to spread his mother's ashes, and the journey they take through this game is phenomenal, and I really love this game. It is a great game, and it's God of War. What more could you wish for? I haven't got around to playing Ragnarok yet, but I do plan on playing that game very soon when I do actually get a copy of the game. But yeah, because I want to find out what's going on now. But yeah, this game, I have got to say, this is a fantastic game. It's one of my favourite games on the PlayStation 4. I do plan on revisiting this one somewhere down the line guys. I might even put a playthrough of this game on the channel as well. I do not know yet, but it is definitely worth checking out, especially if you guys are a fan of God of War and you want to play a different take on God of War. I would say give this one a go. It's definitely worth your time, it's definitely worth the money, and it's quite cheap to get hold of now. But I suggest getting a physical copy. Do not go on store, because it's a lot more expensive on store. But if you get it, if you can get a physical copy, yeah, get a physical copy, because it is a good game and it's just phenomenal. The graphics are breathtaking, the story is amazing, engaging, the mechanics here are very good as well, and the soundtrack, it's just a great game. It really does stand out on its own, and what's more is you do not necessarily need to have played the other games to understand what's going on here. So if you're looking for a game to just jump into and play some God of War, you can't go wrong playing this one guys. It is a great story, as I said, it's a great game, and yeah, if you guys Loved the previous God of War titles from the olden days. Again, definitely have a go on this one. Okay guys, coming up next is a game that's going to be popular with you guys, especially if you liked Borderlands. And the game is none other than Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Now this game, I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was so funny. I like the characters here, and I like Tiny Tina. She's back and she's better than ever before. We first meet Tiny Tina in the DLC of Borderlands 2, and she's back here with her own game. And this game takes place like in a Dungeons and Dragons type setting, where you play as this guy. You have to like stop the bad guys from creating sorts of havoc. But I do like the way it plays out. You can be going in the fighting stage one bit, and then next bit you on like a board, and it's like a Monopoly board sort of thing, or Dungeons and Dragons board rather. But yeah, this game is definitely worth checking out, especially if you like the Borderlands series like I do. Now, as with the Borderlands series, this is cel shaded animation. The sound is great. The mechanics of the game is well done as well. And yeah, it's just one of my favourite games that I've played as a spin-off, as to speak. I mean, yeah, it had me laughing my butt off so much in this game. And it just kept me entertained. It was a very engaging game for me, and I do want to actually go back and play this one, guys, because I really like this one myself. And who knows, this may be another one I feature in the channel somewhere down the line as well. But yeah, if you guys like Borderlands as much as I do, you have no reason not to give this one a shot. It's definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth picking up, especially nowadays. As I say, it's definitely one that you guys cannot afford to miss out on. Okay guys, and next up is a game that I've put a lot of time in before. And I had the game and I stupidly got rid of it, and I got it back, but I deleted my save data. But the game I'm talking about is Horizon Zero Dawn. All I'm going to say about this game is wow. This game is phenomenal. Graphically stunning, beautifully animated, soundtrack is brilliant, characters are all likeable and memorable. The gameplay here is fantastic. The mechanics of the game is amazing. It is just a complete package here, guys. And all I've got to say is this game, if you haven't played it, you are seriously missing out on a fantastic experience. I mean, I put this on not knowing what it was about, not knowing anything about this, and I was hooked. Instantly got pulled into this world, and I'm not going to spoil it here, but this game is definitely a gem, and it's so much of a gem that I want to get the follow-up Horizon Forbidden West some point down the line. But yeah, this game, it's breathtaking, and it's just wow. If you guys want to know more about the story in this one, go and have a look online, because I do not want to spoil it for you guys. But yeah, if you guys like open world games, that's all I'm going to say. It's a big open world game, and you like exploring, and you like to do all sorts of quests and everything like that, this game is definitely worth checking out. But there is a big story here, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. I'm going to let you guys have a look at this one yourselves. It is great, underrated, and it's just a phenomenal experience, guys. Put it this way, I remember the first time I played this, I was playing it for about 4-5 hours, and I just could not stop playing the game. I thought this game was unique, and it's engaging, and the story is an emotional roller coaster, guys. And yeah, definitely worth checking this one out if you haven't already, guys. Next up is a horror game for the PlayStation 4, and it's the first horror game that I played on the PlayStation 4 back last year, I think it was. and I was just blown away with this experience, and it was of course Until Dawn. Now I really loved this game. I mean, the atmosphere was creepy, eerie, tense, scary, shocking, and everything that you would expect from a horror game. It kind of takes a unique perspective, a unique twist here, as you have to make choices that affect how the game plays out. Judging by your actions in the game, certain characters can live, certain characters can die, and what's amazing is it's actually kind of two horror stories in one. I mean, the first part of the horror story, it kind of like goes into a direction, and then it completely does a complete 180 and goes into a completely different direction where it's a new kind of horror. And the main antagonists of the game are Wendigo, which are a little bit later in the game. And yeah, this game just had me on the edge of my seat. I was like nervous, and this game made me jump so many times playing this game. I never knew what was coming. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, it was just a thrilling experience for me. It was a thrill ride, and it was just a fantastic game. Now this game is definitely one I'm going to want to feature on my channel as well, because I really like this game, and I really want to revisit this game because it's been a while since I played this one. I mean, I think last time I managed to save 3 of the characters out of the 7, because there's 7 characters I think in the game, but I didn't manage to save them all because the choices I made. But then again, that's what makes the game have the replayability here, guys. I mean, you can replay this game and you can save every single character in this game. I mean, I just like the characters here. There's some huge talent here that voices the characters here as well. Hayden Panettiere, she's one of them, and she voices one of the characters. But I liked her character. She played someone called Sam. And there's this other character in the game that it kind of starts out like a dick and is unlikable, but as the game progresses you start to sympathise with him more, and he becomes one of the best characters in the game. This game, I was like blown away with this one. Visually stunning, music was creepy, eerie, the atmosphere was very tense and very engaging, very scary, and it's definitely worth checking this one out, guys, especially if you haven't played this one. And if you like horror games, it is definitely worth the go, guys. It is amazing, and I implore you guys, check this one out for yourselves. And also, I'm definitely going to be featuring this one on my channel somewhere down the line. Coming up now is I want to talk about one of my favourite fighting games on the PlayStation 4. It's one of my favourite fighting games of all time. It's amazing games, and it's Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. I have spent hours, days, weeks, months on this game. It is an amazing game, especially if you like Mortal Kombat. It's got a lot of good stuff here, and there's a hell of a lot to unlock here. I'm still unlocking stuff now, and I've been playing this game for months and months, and it's just amazing, guys. I like the characters in this game. A lot of my favourite characters are in the game, plus I've got some new favourite characters in this game. Cassie Cage is one of my favourite characters in this game here, and I've got my own favourite characters like Scorpion. He's always going to be my favourite Mortal Kombat character, no matter what. He is just one of my favourite characters in the Mortal Kombat universe. But yeah, if you like Mortal Kombat, guys, this game is definitely a million% worth checking out. And also, guys, if any of you guys have got a copy of Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate and you got a PlayStation 4, let me know in the comments section, and maybe we can have some online matches some point somewhere down the line. That would be quite fun. But yeah, especially if you like Mortal Kombat, you have no reason not to play Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. And another thing that is really great engaging here is a story mode on this, especially the first part. The second part was good as well, but I loved every single aspect of this game. I'm still going through the crypt now. I'm still unlocking things in the crypt. I'm still unlocking things in this game. I'm still unlocking the skins in the game, brutalities in the game, all sorts of weapons for each character in the game. There is just so much you can unlock in this game. And guys, don't think you can pick this game up and complete it in a day. It's just not possible. I mean, I've been playing this game, as I say, for a hell of a long time now, and I've nowhere near got half of the stuff. So that just goes to show that this game here was one of the greatest Mortal Kombat games of all time, in my opinion. Now, I haven't got any videos up of this on my channel because everybody's getting them videos up. Everybody's putting Mortal Kombat videos up, and everybody knows what Mortal Kombat is. Plus, it wouldn't be right now because I've been playing this game for a long time. I've unlocked everything, and I do not want to restart unlocking it all again. But yeah, guys, I'm going to say this game, for me, I was just so blown away with this game. If you like Mortal Kombat, guys, give this one a go. It is fantastic, and it is brutal, it's gory, and it's just, what more could you ask for in Mortal Kombat? I mean, I could talk about this game all day long, but I don't want to do that because I've got other games I'm talking about, and I've got more games to go through, guys. But yeah, if you like Mortal Kombat, give this one a go. You will not regret it, I promise you. Going back now into another platform game, and it's one of the first platform games I played on the PlayStation 4. We are going with an old one, but a good one nonetheless. Knack. I remember playing this one when it first came out a few years ago. It is a great game on the PlayStation 4. It's funny, and it's very brightly coloured, and the animations here are great. The story is a little bit OTT, but it's a good story. And I do like the story. I like the characters in the game, and I do like the aesthetic of what your character is, because you don't actually play as a human in this game. You play as this machine. Well, it's not a machine, it's like a sentient being of relics and everything, and you get power ups, and you can grow to a big size, and it helps you to take care of your enemies that way. This game starts off very easy, very simple, but it does get considerably challenging, especially towards the end of the game. The last boss of the game was very difficult for me. It took me a few attempts to actually do this and beat this boss. I did beat the game, and I did enjoy this game. I did have a couple of issues with installing this one though, guys. I don't know if it's a common problem, but it did take me a couple of days to actually get this one to install properly. Now, I don't know if it was an error on my system or if it's a common problem, but I do know a couple of other people have played this game as well, and they've had the same sort of issues there with that as well, and they couldn't get it to install. So that is something to take into consideration. But if you can get the game to install properly, like I managed to actually get it done, it is definitely worth having a playthrough. It's definitely worth playing through the game. It's definitely worth putting the hours in, and it's funny, and there's actually some quite dark turns in this. For a platformer, it's got some quite dark turns in this game, especially towards the end of the game. There was a dark turn, a dark twist that I didn't see coming, and I thought it was going to be handled differently, but when they handled it later on in the game, it was completely unexpected. I did not expect it. But guys, if you like platformers, this is definitely one worth your while. Okay guys, back to another horror game now, and it's from the same producers who brought Until Dawn, and it is The Quarry. I really liked this game. It was engaging, entertaining and thrilling and such a blast to play. It was similar to Until Dawn, where your choices determine the actions of the game, what happens later on in the game, but a completely different story altogether. This game you follow quarry counsellors and a camp, and things take a turn from good to the really creepy to the downright eerie to the downright terrifying in the space of a night, one single night. As with Until Dawn, it's Wendigos that's the antagonist. This one here is actually werewolves, which I actually thought that was really interesting, really engaging. But the thing is, I really like how it plays out as well. You don't start out as the counsellors, you start out as a completely different character, but then the counsellors are introduced a little later on in the game, and this game has some really interesting choices on how the game plays out. You have to be very careful here. One move and then your character can either die, it can lose a limb, other people can get killed because of your actions. You screwed it up, and it's just a fun game, and it's definitely worth playing, especially if you like Until Dawn. You will probably enjoy the quarry as well, guys, and I remember seeing the trailers for this a couple of years ago now, however long it's been, and I was just like, wow, this game looks amazing. It just looked a great game. So guys, if you haven't played this one yet and you are looking for something to keep you entertained and you're looking for something that's going to be fun, I highly recommend the quarry. It is a good game. Granted, it's not as good as Until Dawn. Until Dawn for me is the better of the two, but still, no matter what, this game is definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth having a go. It's definitely worth checking out. So guys, take it from me and have a go on this one and give it a try. And now guys, we're going to be talking about one of the greatest PlayStation 4 games I've played in a hell of a long time, and it's a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and it is Marvel's Spider-Man. Now some of you guys watching this may know that I'm actually got parts of this on my YouTube channel and play through this game, and it is fantastic. It is really engaging. It is probably the best superhero movie game I've played in years, and I've played a lot of Marvel games back when I was a kid. I played the Spider-Man games on the PlayStation 2 back in the day, and this on the PlayStation 4, I have got to say I was blown away with this game. From the second I put it in, from the second how the gameplay transitions in from the cinematics, my jaw just dropped on how awesome this game is, and I really like this game. It is fantastic. It's everything I want to see in the Spider-Man game. It's everything I wanted to do in a superhero game. It just gives me the feeling of actually being Spider-Man. It's just given me the control that I need and want. It's given me the story, the characters, the engagement. It's just a great game, guys, and I really love this game. I had this game sealed for a long time until one of my friends said to me, get that on the PlayStation 4, get it in the console and start playing it. So I thought, you know what, I'll start playing it, but I will do the YouTube videos as well, which I'm going to be doing more of this game. I'm going to get back on this one, guys, because I've not played this in a while now. So if you guys have seen the other parts, there is more of this game coming, I promise you that now. But for those who haven't seen the gameplay videos, I have got it on my channel. It's going to be more coming out, as I just said. But if you guys have not checked this game out yet, and you like Spider-Man, you like Marvel in general, you cannot go wrong with Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. Especially now it's got a Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 5, which I am looking forward to getting the PlayStation 5 at some point in the future just to play Spider-Man 2. But I do plan on playing through this one first and completing this one. It is a great game, as I said, and wow, anybody that's a Spider-Man fan, especially people like me who grew up with the Spider-Man movies when it was Tobey Maguire, yeah, this is definitely one that you guys cannot afford to miss, and I implore you guys, check this one out. It is amazing, and I mean it is absolutely fantastic. Now this one may be a little bit controversial, guys, because I've only just started playing this game myself, and it is a reboot of an original game on the PlayStation 2, Nintendo Wii, back years ago, and it's Resident Evil 4, the remake. Now I really am enjoying this game, and I have got a couple of parts of this on my channel. Part 3 of this is coming up tomorrow, guys, as well, so please stay tuned for that one. I may as well just get that out of the way real quick. But this game here is great. I really like this game, and I like Resident Evil in general, especially with me when I used to play this a lot back in the day when I was a kid growing up, the PlayStation 2. I was just so stoked that this got a reboot as well. I mean, it's not deviated too much from the original from what I've played so far, but what I have played so far, this game, I'm enjoying the hell out of this one, guys, especially with me loving the Resident Evil. And this game isn't actually creeping me out too much at the moment. It's more action orientated, which I'm liking it, and I'm really enjoying this game, and it's definitely one that I'm going to be completing on my channel, because it's a game that I really do like a lot. I mean, I'm not the best when it comes to playing this game, but it's just a hell of a lot of fun, guys, and it's only just come out this year. A few months ago, I believe it's only just come out as well. There's also the DLC Separate Ways, which is out now, guys. So if you guys have not played this game yet, and you like Resident Evil, and you want to play a Resident Evil title, you cannot go wrong with playing this game, especially if you like the original on the PlayStation 2 back in the day. It is great, and I really implore you guys, give this one a go. It is just so fun, so engaging, and there's not really much of like the character development yet, but we all know the story of Resident Evil 4 by now anyway. For those of you that don't know the story of Resident Evil 4, you're playing as Leon Kennedy, and you have to rescue the president's daughter Ashley from these group of people who are trying to get the president to do their work. That's pretty much the plot of the original on PlayStation 2, but this one is completely fresh, graphics are improved, and it's just an amazing game, guys. If you like Resident Evil as much as I do, and if you grew up with Resident Evil like I did, give this one a go, guys. And guys, I did tell you there was going to be another Resident Evil on the list, and this is the one I chose to put on the list today. But yeah, give this one a go, guys. It's definitely worth having a go on. Okay, the final game on the list today of games that I really like on the PlayStation 4, and I think you guys should check out, is Devil May Cry 5. Now, the reason that this is the last game I want to talk about on the list is for one specific reason. This game is the main reason I got my PlayStation 4. I got my PlayStation 4 when I heard Devil May Cry 5 was coming out, and it was one of the reasons I wanted to get the console. That's why I'm featuring this on this list, guys, because this is the first game I played on the PlayStation 4. And I've got to say, guys, this game lived up to my expectations, beyond expectations. It was really engaging, interesting, and an intricate story, and I was just blown away with how awesome this game is, how the characters are, and the additions of new characters. I mean, you get to play as Dante, you get to play as Virgil like they did in Devil May Cry 4, but you get to play as another character called V, and he has this unique ability where he's not actually fighting the demons head on, but he's using a book of spells and he's getting demons to do the damage to the demons. He's got familiars, the demons, but the familiars. And guys, I've got to say that I really enjoyed every single second of this game. It kept me entertained throughout, it kept me engaged in the story, and I just was blown away with how amazing this game is, how fast paced it is, and our story. And it was just jaw dropping. And then the action, it was just jaw dropping action, guys, in this game. Capcom knocked it out of the park with Devil May Cry 5, and it is by far one of my favourite Devil May Cry games of all time. Probably one of my favourites in the series, but my favourite Devil May Cry game is always going to be Devil May Cry 3. I mean, that's just my opinion, that's just my favourite in the series, but this is a very, very, very close second. But if I had to choose a favourite game in the Devil May Cry series, it's got to be 3. It's got to be 3. But 5 for the PlayStation 4, oh my god. Guys, do not hesitate to play this game, especially if you like the other Devil May Cry games. We won't talk about Devil May Cry 2 because that was not great, but we won't go into details there. But if you do like the other Devil May Cry games and you want to check this one out, it is definitely worth checking this one out, guys, on the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. But with this being a PlayStation 4 list, it's on the PlayStation 4 list for me. And yeah, guys, this is a great game and I love this game. And it's just one game that I did actually play through and I completed, and I'm going to be going through and playing that again sometime very, very soon in the future. It is a great game, guys, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is my final game of games that I believe that you guys should try on the PlayStation 4 at least once. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and those are just 12 PlayStation 4 games that I believe you guys should check out once. All great games, all some of my favourite games, and yeah, definitely worth having a look at, guys. If there's any there that interest you in particular, let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. I'll reply to as many comments as I can, guys. But before I go today, guys, these are some of the other games that I do have coming for my channel in the future, and we're just going to fly through these real quickly. We've got the Resident Evil Origins Collection, Saints Row, Mad Max, Resident Evil 3, Just Cause 3, Thief, Borderlands has some collection. I'm looking forward to this one in particular. Doom, again looking forward to that one as well. Resident Evil Biohazard. This one may be a little bit of a surprise to some of you guys. It's an anime one and it's called Sword Art Online. Alkazation Licorice or something. I've never watched the anime, but who knows, I might enjoy this one. Resident Evil Village, looking forward to that one, really looking forward to that one. And the other ones are Resident Evil Revelations 2, Resident Evil 4 the original, and last but not least, Assassin's Creed Origins. Now all those games are going to be coming to the channel in the future, guys. I just want to play through some of these games I'm playing at the moment, get them played and completed before I go on to play more games and adding more content to the channel, before I have that many games going on that I know what to do with. But yeah, those games are going to be coming up to the channel in future, guys, but it's not going to be right away. And as I said at the beginning of the video, guys, If there's any games there that you guys recommend that I should check out that I've not mentioned here and I've mentioned on the list, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to read them. I'll reply to as many comments as possible. I'll try to reply to all comments if I can. But if you guys have liked this video today, please hit that subscribe button below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. My name is Lee from Galactic Gaming, and I just want to say thank you for watching.